This is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. I am riding the Haoqi Camel. Haoqi. It's almost like a little T in front of that. Haoqi Camel. Yeah, so I decided to take this bike out. It's a little wet and rainy. It was raining all day yesterday. So here I am. What time is it now? 7:24 a.m. on a Saturday. I figure I'd take the bike out. Yeah. So why did I pick this bike to ride? Well, it's got lots of battery power, right? 27.8, I believe, amp hours. Yeah, it's the dual battery bike. Dual battery bike. It's got a huge basket in the back. Yeah, that basket is an option. Doesn't come with the bike, but you can get one. Let me say this, you know, if you have a cargo bike, you're probably going to want a basket. I mean, if you're going to try to carry things around, you kind of need a basket, right? So, yeah, a number of people have asked me, why is that basket oriented the way that it is? It's kind of like the long part of the basket goes across widthwise instead of lengthwise to go along the rear rack. Yeah, I'm not really sure why. Maybe it evens out the weight. I have no idea. But I'll tell you this, the basket does come in handy. My wife and I have taken this bike out several times now to go grocery shopping, and we kind of like taking this bike out because of the big basket. Yeah, she can get whatever she wants, and we just tie it to the basket. You know, because a lot of these bags are, you know, plastic bags. They have handles. You just tie it to the basket so it doesn't fall out. So overall, I think it does a good job. Now, as far as the range is concerned, since it has such a big battery, you might be wondering, hey Russ, are you going to be doing a range test? No, I don't think so. I think I've given up on the range tests on all the bikes. And the reason is because I've learned that, you know, there's so many factors to the range that no matter what I give you for the range, it's going to be different for yourself. I've recently had people ask me, hey, what's the range on this bike, and what can I expect to get if I throttle this bike? You know, there's no real good way to answer that question because there's so many factors involved. I mean, how much do you weigh? Is your terrain flat? Do you go up any inclines or hills? Do you throttle quickly? Do you throttle slowly? Are you planning to add a little bit of pedaling in there? Do you pedal mostly? Which pedal assist level do you use? There's so many factors, and each one of those factors plays a role in what your total mileage is going to be. Now, you know, when manufacturers give you their estimated range, they of course are going to give you the largest range they could possibly give you that they've tested out. I just kind of feel that many of the companies probably use fairly lightweight riders, try to find the most level ground that they can find, and pedal everything at pedal assist level 1. Yeah, and we know a lot of us don't do 1. I know I don't. Plus, you know, I throttle a lot too, so I would never get the range that people expect. But let me at least tell you this, you know, I was out with the bike making some YouTube shorts for Haoqi, and when I was done, one of our viewers, Wally, ran into me. He says, "Hey, where are you going?" I says, "I'm not going anywhere. I'm done. I finished the job I was planning to do." He goes, "Well, do you mind if I follow you?" I go, "How about I follow you? You go wherever you want, and then I'll follow you." So we went, and we ended up riding a good 30 plus miles on the bike, and I looked at my power meter over here on the bike, and it showed about half. Yeah, about half. So that kind of tells me that if I can do over 30 miles with half the battery range still there, if the meters are correct, I could probably do about 60 miles easily on this bike. And I had throttled pretty much most of that entire time. I barely pedaled. So had I pedaled, think about how much range you'd get at that point, right? Now, to give you some statistics on me, I'm 5'10", I'm 65 years old, 65 and a half, roughly. And I weigh currently 233 to 234 pounds. So that kind of gives you an idea of what you might be able to expect out of this bike, right? So what are the negatives of the bike? Well, I would say the biggest negative I have right now is the seat post is a little too short for me. Yeah. I prefer a better leg extension. This is one of the reasons why I didn't pedal that much when I was out with Wally. I prefer a little bit better extension, and I'm sitting a little low. Now you can buy another seat post. I tried to do that. I bought a seat post based on what I thought was the correct seat post diameter, and it was not. It wouldn't fit. Now there's two shims in here for the seat post. I noticed there's two shims in there. I guess I could take off the shims, but I don't know what the shim ratings are. So I don't know what seat post I should get if I drop down to either one shim or two, or even take both shims out. So I just said, you know what? Oh well. I guess this is the one bike I will probably not pedal as much because I'm a little low on it. Now, do I worry about that? No, I'll just throttle it more. And I don't worry about the throttling because I've got 27.8 amp hours. What do I care? I'm not going to run out of power. Okay, now if I took this to like the Botanic Gardens or something, which is a 60-something mile ride, I would probably have my little fears of throttling the entire time, even though it might actually make it, based on how things go. But we do know that, even though it showed half the power was still available, we all know that as the battery drops down further and further, it's not the equal amount of half power to the first half power, half battery that is. The first half battery that you did is going to drop off quicker. So yeah, maybe a little under 60 miles. So I probably wouldn't make it there and back. So I think at that point, I probably wouldn't take it to the Botanic Garden unless I plan to pedal. And since I'm a little bit shorter than I should be and my full extension, I won't be doing that. So if anything, for this bike, if I'm traveling with this bike, I think I'll be using it mostly for our rides that we go when we do grocery shopping, and also for just riding around town. If I don't feel like pedaling, I don't care, this would be a good bike to take. It's pretty peppy. Yeah, you hit that throttle, you hear it kind of going jerking. It's because I'm kind of jerking a little bit as I'm holding down the throttle. It's pretty peppy. It moves pretty well. So where are we going today with this bike? I don't know. We're just going for the sake of going. It's early in the morning. I wasn't going to go out, but then the more I thought about it, I said, you know what? I've got to go when I can go. When the weather's half decent, you got to go. Now, it had rained yesterday, so all of the roads are kind of wet. But we have fenders, so I don't worry too much about it. And then it is a little humid today because of it too. But currently right now the weather was about 72, 73 degrees as I left. And as long as there's a wind blowing on me, I don't feel the humidity so bad. When you stop, you do. So it's just kind of a pleasure ride right now. Yeah, this bike is definitely peppy. I can feel it, you know, even just a little bit of movement on this throttle, I can feel that thing just jerk forward and go. Yeah, be a little careful if you plan to throttle and pedals this level 5, because it can throw you if you're not careful. Yeah, it's a nice bike. I like it. Yeah, I like bikes with double batteries, as you know. And if they don't have 2 batteries, I like bikes that have a rear rack I can add a second battery. But you know, the hassle with that is you have to change out the battery when one finally dies. This one, I run both batteries at the same time. Yeah, there's an on-off switch on the battery in the that's in the back, not the one in the down tube. Now, if you don't turn that on, then only the one in the down tube runs. But yeah, I would run them both at the same time. So I don't even turn that battery off. If I turn it off, I may forget to turn it on. So I just leave it on at the entire time. I mean, there are batteries out there. In fact, the front battery, if you think about it, is always on, right? It's always on. So there's no real reason to have to turn off the one in the back if you don't want to. So I don't. I just leave it on. So both batteries run together. So it kind of runs in parallel. Yeah, not that many people out and about, but I do see bike riders out, see? We've passed a number of bike riders already today. You know, the thing is, bike riders want to get out early. Nobody wants to be riding in the hot sun, right? So a lot of them do early morning rides. I do that too. During the summer months, when it gets a little bit warm, if I don't get out there early enough, then I'm going to be riding in the hot sun. I don't like it. Yeah. I don't have as much fun if I'm sweating. Now, I still have long sleeves on, as you notice. That's just for the UV protection. The cloth that these shirts are made out of are more UV protecting cloth. I don't know how that happens, but hey, it supposedly does. Take their word for it. I do have shorts on though. I have shorts on with long sleeves. Let's turn here. We're just riding for fun today. We're not going anywhere special. You know, early this morning, my wife was saying, she says, "Yeah, are you going to go out riding?" I go, "Why? Would you like to go out riding?" She goes, "Not really." That's how she is. She goes, "Unless we have someplace to go, not really. If you're just going to go riding around, no." I said, "No, I'm just going to go riding around." She goes, "Then you're going on your own." Yeah, I mean, she'll go if we're like grocery shopping. She'll go if we have something specifically that we're going towards, like if we're, you know, heading out on some type of excursion together, then she'll go. But she won't go unless there's a purpose. Whatever, that's how some people are, you know. Some ride for the fun of it, some ride for a purpose. She rides for a purpose. So, off on my own again. You know, I just told her I wasn't going to ride out that long. I was just going to go out for a little bit. Take the Camel. Take the Camel, don't worry about anything about battery. Don't worry about battery, got a lot of pep. Not even really pedaling. Okay, let's pedal a little bit. You know, because it's not a torque sensor, it's a cadence sensor. You don't need to move your legs that fast and you get full power. I mean, I'm barely moving my legs. And yet I'm doing, what, 22 miles an hour? Yeah, there's no effort on my part, really. I'm just moving for the sake of moving it. Which is fine for guys like me who have knee problems. All right, we're going 23. We're going to go a little faster. I'm not pushing hard on it. It's just doing it by itself. It's hitting 24. Let's hit 25. Yeah, we'll slow down a bit here. We'll slow down a bit. No, I wasn't putting any effort at all. I was barely moving my legs. Barely moving my legs, and I'm going 25 miles an hour. Where are we? I know we're heading in the correct direction, heading back, but yeah, I don't know where we are. I don't think I've come down this road before. Yeah, some of these houses are pretty nice. I like looking around the neighborhoods. Yeah, these are nice. There's a new one being built up here. Yeah, maybe we did come down here before. I remember there was a house that was being built. I don't know. Should we go this way? Let's go this way. See where it goes. I have the world's worst directions, sense of direction. I can get lost real quickly. Okay, well, let's head this way. Go here, go there, eventually you run into things. Yeah, nice day. Nice day for a ride. Power meter still shows full power. I'm telling you, this thing's got a lot of range. Alright, let's head this way. We're alongside the highway. We're not on the highway, but to our left. It would hit the highway. Yeah, nice day. Yeah, the humidity is there, but yeah, you get blown with the wind. You don't feel it so bad. It's not that bad. The only thing is you know, when I go this early in the morning, sometimes the angle of the sun hitting the lens of the camera, sometimes you get lens flare. So I apologize for that if you see any of that. But hey, you know, gotta get out there when I can get out there. I do wear my my safety vest though. I have the yellow safety vest on. Yeah, I would highly recommend you guys to get a safety vest. If you don't wear one while you ride, consider doing it. It really stands you out a little bit more. You don't blend into the backgrounds as much. All right, let's see. We got to take a left here to head back. I don't know if we're gonna make the light though. If we do, let's see. We might make it. Let's keep going. Yeah, we're gonna make it. Good. Good. We'll take our left turn over here, where like we usually do. A lot of times cars are behind me. It's hard for me to move over to the left. I usually, when I go across on the right-hand side. So I kind of wait for those cars to kind of get out of my way so I can get behind them. A couple times I've had to go in front of them because they're just not moving fast enough for me. In which case they have to suffer and stay behind me. But you know, if your bike moves fairly quickly, it's not so bad for them really. But I'm sure a lot of the drivers are probably going, why is this guy in my way? Why is it to the side? Well, the thing is, if you want to take a left, you got to get in their way. Yeah. And this bike too has a pretty loud horn. Remember that? Yeah, I haven't had a chance to use the horn on a car yet, but I do like the fact that I have one. I added a secondary bell over here, as you know, on my right side. You know, if I'm on a bike path or something, I don't really want to hit them with the horn. The horn is pretty loud on this bike. I think it would kind of scare people. Yeah, let's hit the horn so you can hear it. I mean, that's pretty loud. The bell, I mean, this bell is fairly loud too. It's it rings very well. It's an inexpensive bell. I put it on all my bikes. I buy a whole bunch of them at a time. I usually buy 10 at a time. So get a side view mirror too. I've said this many times to people. Somebody today told me that they bought one of the side view mirrors on my affiliate link and they really like it. Appreciate your purchase too. You know, all those affiliate links helps me out, right? Same thing for the Haoqi Camel. If you want one of these things, use the affiliate link that's in the description of my video. You know, because that does help me out. And you know, on occasion, companies will give discount codes. And I think Haoqi has one for me right now. I don't know how long those codes will last for. And if you're watching this video and it's been months and months and months later since it was released, can't guarantee the codes will always be there and working. But you never can tell. Good, how are you? So, but you know, if it's there, give it a try. You never know. You never can tell. It'll help you out, save you some money. And even if not, the affiliate link helps me out, so I appreciate it. Doesn't cost you any extra anyway, so why not? Morning. So yeah, people around here are fairly friendly. Usually when I'm riding past them, they'll say good morning or hello. You know. Sometimes I give them the head nod. They'll give me the head nod. Yeah, you know, when you got your hands full, you're holding onto a handlebar. Sometimes you can't wave hello. Just a head nod is fine. Alrighty, I think that's about it for you guys today. Yeah, my power still shows full power. Tell ya, this thing goes far. Let's see, well, I did about 7.1 miles so far. I'll do a little bit more, but you know, no need to drag you guys out on this thing. Hey, if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Actually, you know, I'm getting hit by the water that's coming off the leaves of the trees. So if it hit the camera and you see water spots for any reason, that's the reason why. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time.